World War II veterans, many now in their 90s, have an opportunity to visit their memorial in Washington, D.C., and it's all thanks to a program called Honor Flight Chicago.
5,000 World War II veterans have already taken the trip, but organizers say their work won't be complete until the other 20,000 Chicago area vets from that war have the same experience.
Mr. Kinstead, you're going to be on the red bus today?
They come before dawn to Midway Airport. 89 veterans, most around 90 years old, going on a trip of a lifetime.
All right, big smile for me, Bob.
Thanks to Honor Flight Chicago, co-founded by Mary Pettinato 6 years ago.
My dad was a World War II veteran, and I said to him one day, you know, Dad, if you were on your deathbed, what would you say I wish I had done? And he said, more than anything, I wanted to see that World War II memorial. You know,
so Mary made it happen for him and thousands of other vets, raising money and organizing volunteers, including doctors, nurses, and chaperones they call guardians, who collectively get them checked in to their gate with a little 40s fanfare and onto a Southwest Airlines charter flight for the trip to D.C., which, upon arrival, includes a hero's welcome at Dulles Airport. The focus of the trip is the World War II Memorial, their memorial. Each star here represents 100 who lost their lives. And the ceremony honors all of the heroes who fought for freedom.
What so proudly we hail.
What does it mean for you to be here with your brothers?
It means a lot. I can look at them and know how they feel.
This trip is a time for these vets to bond and remember, like Congressional Gold Medal winners James Reynolds and John Vanoy.
We were trained in a segregated camp, and we were recognized finally in 2011 as the first African-American Marines.
I interviewed them at the Erin Space Museum in front of the Enola Gay, the first aircraft to drop atomic bombs, including the one at Nagasaki. When you're sitting here looking at this hulking plane, what do you think?
Well, I was in Nagasaki. I served there, and I mean, the devastation, I mean, just to see this plane here.
Then there's Min Imamura, a Japanese American. His family's land was taken from them. They were imprisoned in a tent camp in Colorado, and later he was drafted and sent to fight in Europe. Despite that experience, he says,
"Sure, I got kicked around. I have no qualms. I tell you what, there's no country like the United States."
But there's much more to their incredible day. Tomorrow night at 10, we'll show you more of the joy and also the sorrow.
It was my only son, and I never got over it.
What happens when a World War II vet tours the Vietnam Veterans Memorial looking for the name of his late son? And we'll see the reception these American heroes got upon their return to Midway Airport. That's coming up tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. Honor Flight Chicago has 4 more flights this year. The next is July 30th. Then there's one in September, 2 in October. Just log on to our website, cbschicago.com, for a link and a phone number.
89 World War II veterans from Chicago just got to make an unforgettable journey, traveling to their memorial in Washington.
It's a journey 5,000 Chicago area World War II veterans have made thus far. Tonight we continue their memorable trip as we show you their joy and their sorrow and explain how rewarding it is for the volunteers who go with them. 89 Chicago veterans arrive in Washington, D.C., all of them hovering around the age of 90, most in wheelchairs. But this is a trip they can't miss. A time to see the World War II Memorial, their memorial. The ceremony was solemn. The temperature, nearly 100 degrees, but no one complained. All made possible by Honor Flight Chicago, run by Mary Pettinato.
Our single most important goal today is to find, recruit, and fly the 20,000 remaining World War II veterans living in the Chicago area.
For Al Whitaker of Highland, Indiana, this trip has been bittersweet. We went with him on his first trip to the Vietnam Veterans Memorial so he could find the name of his son, Fred, who died in that war more than 40 years ago.
That's it.
What did that mean to you?
That means a lot. It means so much. I still can't understand why we fought that war.
All of the veterans are accompanied on this emotional trip by what they call a guardian. Whitaker's guardian, Erin Radosevich, who's a nurse on her first honor flight, said this is about honoring these heroes.
I take care of veterans every day at the hospital, and I wanted to give my time.
Guardian and board member Reed Boeckel is on his 55th and final honor flight. What do you get out of it?
Great satisfaction. They finally have a chance to go to their memorial, which obviously you've seen many of these men in wheelchairs that would not have that ability.
So after a grueling, hot, hectic, and exhilarating day, these veterans and volunteers climb back on the plane for the trip back to Chicago, each man receiving letters of support in manila envelopes.
You didn't know you're getting mail called, did you? No, I did not. This is something that is unbelievable. I mean, it hurts.
But nothing can prepare aging hearts for the overwhelming response they get back at Midway. A welcome committee made up of bagpipes, Patriot Guard motorcyclists, and thousands of fans, friends, and family.
Honor Flight's Mary Pettinato says her greatest challenge, aside from locating the rest of these American heroes, is convincing them and their loved ones this is not a scam. It's completely free for the veterans, and it's done to honor them. We have more information about Honor Flight Chicago on our website, cbschicago.com. We've also posted a phone number. And think about the elderly get scammed all the time.
Sure.
So when somebody calls and says, we've got this for you,
free,
it's a hard sell, and that's one of the most difficult things for them to get through.
What a beautiful mission, though. 20,000 still could go on this trip and have such a memorable, incredible experience, as they should.
Yeah, and you see, I mean, for a whole day, these guys are rock stars, and everybody's saying thank you, as they should. And it just I think for all of us that went along with them, it made us feel good for them, because that's what they deserve.
Absolutely.
Yeah.